What's going on, everybody? He's got the Raging Rob here. Now this is the update on the Cleveland shooter. They haven't found a guy yet. There's been nothing on this guy. I mean, there's not a sight of him anywhere. I mean, you would think in this technology age that, with computers inside cars and your cell phone can be tracked, you know, just like this guy out there. He called this YouTuber. There's a YouTuber out there. He calls himself Black Bigot. He claims the government's after him. If the government was truly after him, they would know where he was when he uploaded a video to his phone. They could track phones. But I'm saying, I'm starting to smell the conspiracies and the hoaxes in this Cleveland shooting incident that happened yesterday on April 16th, Easter Sunday. And I'm starting to see the hoaxes and whatever in this, in some of these shootings that happened. There's these hoaxes, and you can see the similarities. But I'm really seeing it in this one. I mean, things are just not making any sense. I mean, it's why in the hell can they not find this guy? It doesn't make any damn sense. So you have to ask with the open mind why they can't find this guy. So anyway, I put some stuff. I did a little bit of research, and oh my gosh, it's getting crazy. First off, there's a guy out there. His name is Chris Dorner. He was a guy that killed 3 cops in I think it was 2012, and he went up to the woods north of Los Angeles, hid in the woods for a little bit. And the story that played out there, that was they found him, and they ended up setting fire to his cabin that he was in, and he burned up and incinerated. That's a story that you're being told. Chris Dorner. Chris Dorner was his name. I think he was an ex-cop, if I'm not mistaken, for the LAPD. He killed a couple cops. He killed another cop. And the story is being played out with Chris Dorner that they set fire to some cabin up in the woods, and they never, like I said, you never seen his body. There was no autopsy. But let's take a look at this guy, and let's take a look at Chris Dorner. So we have this guy, right? He's the Cleveland shooter. He's bald. He's got a beard. I mean, let me scroll down here a little bit. There's some other people doing videos on it. I mean, you see the similarities here. I mean, look at the guy. He's bald. And now let's take a look at Chris Dorner. This is Chris Dorner from 2012. This is Chris Dorner. Do you see the similarities? Bald. He could use a beard. I mean, if you put a beard on this guy, it would look a lot like this guy, would it not? I mean, this looks like a guy aged a little bit. You see the similarities. Same kind of shaped head. Same body set. Look at the body set. Look at the shoulders on him. Look at the body set. Large individual. Large individual. I mean, it's almost the same, right? It's crazy. It gets even more crazy. It gets even more crazy. The numerology and, the CIA and the Satanists and the Illuminati, they like to use symbolism out there. So this guy, the Cleveland shooter, his name is Steve Stevens. That's a pretty easy name to just make a hoax with, right? Steve Stevens. Seems like they didn't work very hard on giving this guy a name if it's fake, Steve Stevens. Well, let's take his initials, SS. What does SS stand for? That looks like a double Nazi sign, does it not? And if you take the letters S and S, it's almost similar to 666. There's 66 books in the Bible. And it happened on Easter, on April 16th. April 16th is the 106th day of the year. If you take the numbers 106, what do you got? Let's knock out the 0. You got 16. April, guess what? 16. You got 16 again. And guess what? The area code of Cleveland is 216. So you got 16 yet again, the third time. You know what that means? Well, let me show you something about 216. So you have April 16th. You got 216 as far as the area code of Cleveland. And you got April 16th is the 106th day of the year. Knock out the 0, you got 16 3 times. Let me show you something about 216. And this is really going to freak you out. I have a calculator up here. Let me show you something. So let's take the number 216, which is the area code for Cleveland. So you said you have April 16th, that's 1 times 16. And you have the 106th day of the year is April 16th, so that's twice. And then you have the area code of Cleveland. So it's 3 times the number 16 shows up. So let's take the area code of Cleveland and let's divide it by 3. Where's my divide sign? Divide by 3. And you know what you got? 72. Almost the same age as the senior citizen who was killed in a shooting. He was actually 74. An earlier police report come out and said he was 72. Did they change the age at the last minute to try to mix up the numerology? And if you take a look at the video when the guy gets shot in the head, if you've seen the video, I advise you not to look at the video. It's very violent. But when you take a look at the video and he pulls the trigger, the guy's wearing a hat. You notice that the video camera goes away real fast to the side and then goes back. So it doesn't. You don't actually see the guy, the senior citizen. You don't actually see him drop dead on the ground. You don't. He shoots him, and then the video camera goes to the left real quick, and then it goes back to the guy. And it doesn't even look like real blood splattered on the sidewalk. It looks like he dropped a big can of tomatoes or something. Take a look at the video. I mean, I don't advise people to. I mean, it's a very violent video, but see a little bit of a hoax there. And it happened on Easter Sunday. Like they're trying to take everybody's. I'm telling you, it's a Satanist hoax or Illuminati hoax or something, because they did it on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday is a Christian holiday, and they want to take everybody's mind off Easter, so they had this happen, you know, and it takes everybody's mind off the Christian holiday Easter right before dinner time at Easter. So it's just it's crazy. All right, let me clear this out. And if you don't think this is a Satanist hoax or Illuminati hoax, then take a look at this. What's Satan's number? 666, right? 6. No, not minus. I want to go times. Times 6 equals 36, right? The suspect was 37 years old. Oh, he's one number off. 37? Yeah. The suspect was 37 years old. So SS, as you know, Steve Stevens, you take the initials, you get SS, which looks like 66. Times them both, you have 36. And the guy's 37 years old. I mean, it's like one number off. Does that seem a little weird? But here's the last thing I want to point out. What's the devil's number? 6 times 6 times 6. And look at that. You have the area code for Cleveland. Let's take a look at that again. 6 times 6 times 6. Devil's number, right? Illuminati hoax, devil's number. And you have the area code for Cleveland. There you have it, people. Cleveland hoax. In this technology age, there's vigilantes driving around Cleveland trying to find this guy. And they found him not a problem. Tracking their cars, tracking their phone. We can't find this guy? There's computers in all the newer cars. I got 2 vehicles. My newer car, my Dodge Charger, I got a computer in there. I don't have a computer in my other car because it's 17 years old. But my Dodge Charger, yeah, I got a computer in there. All the newer cars got computers. There's a computer in your phone. They can track him. They can track the guy. They don't want to find him. And they're probably not going to find him. But they got to play out the hoax, so... This is an Illuminati attack on Christianity and getting our mind off Christianity by having this play on Easter and getting our mind off Easter Sunday by blasting us all over social media. But that's the way Satanism and Illuminati works. It says in the Bible in the end of days that the devil will control the earth and the masses will be brainwashed. Keep an open mind, people. Cleveland hoax. This could be a hoax. You smell it. You've seen the conspiracies. I showed you the evidence. Cleveland conspiracy is what it should be called. This is Raging Rob.